Welcome back to Tales of Xillia. Last time we finished up everything we needed to do in Shandu, and now we're going to go take our wyverns and head to Fenmont. Woot!
Are you ready to head for Fenmont?
No.
You can't possibly land right in Rashigal's capital. You'll probably have to touch down on a high road nearby, or find some other suitable spot.
Difficult.
Try to steer better, please. Help! I think I'm gonna fall.
T-Bone, shut it.
Are we there yet?
No, not yet.
It's amazing.
It's so pretty. Wow! It's sparkly.
What the hell is that?
It's so huge! It's right on our six!
Everyone, dive!
Watch out!
Alvin, are you okay?
No time to chat now, kid.
Boss fight versus Terrabronk. He is a big dude, weak to water, strong against wind. Thankfully, we have a bunch of wind, water, and fire weapons now, so Milla's going to be doing lots of damage. I think Leia too. Alvin and Jude are going to be just doing normal damage. But I can do the water kick. Ow. Still have 2 more gauges to go. Okay. This fight isn't too hard. Just go and kill. Thankfully, it was around this time where I actually upped the difficulty level in my first playthrough of the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that in this one just because I want to keep it all on the same difficulty level. But, oh, look at that guard. But, yeah, this game got really easy at this point. Some of the later bosses I considered turning it down for, like the post-game bosses are... Oh, I just... Screw it. I completely wasted... I wanted to use Hellfire. I really did. But, no. Apparently I didn't.
All right, we beat the King of the Skies. That makes me the new ruler. Should we call you Queen? On second thought, forget it.
Just keeps getting...
Please, no one panic. Women and children, seek shelter in your homes. All able-bodied men, to me. Ellie, what are you doing here? I'm home.
Young madam.
Rowan? Everyone's back?
Good to see you again.
Nice to meet you. I'm Leia. Hi.
I'm sorry to alarm you.
I heard all the commotion. I thought Azul was invading.
You okay? You took a tough hit when you saved me.
Seemed like no big whoop at the time, but now it's really hitting me.
Help us carry him. Does it look like it'll heal?
My lady, I'm just a horse trainer.
Which makes you the most qualified to help.
Young madam, please forgive me for the heavy burden I placed upon you when I left Chalerston.
Isn't that Ilbert, the former chief of staff? He was a tactician for the Rashagal army, you know.
Really? And he's on our side? That's great.
All these rumors of war have everyone on edge lately. Let's head back to the manor before we cause any more commotion. The horse trainer says the Wyverns need some time to recuperate. You all should rest here in the city while you can.
That may be for the best. We're on the eve of a great battle, after all. Everyone should get as much rest as they can.
Huh?
What's wrong? You look as if I just spoke Long Dao.
Milla's making perfect sense. We have had little rest since our departure from La Ronde.
And you could use some time to gather your thoughts.
As you say.
Okay, so we are currently back in Chalerston. We can go... Well, we can't go back now. After we're done here, we can actually go back to previous locations. But for now, we're stuck here. Mainly because we don't have a party. I want to just quickly take a look here, just to make sure. I'm just going through the completed list. I see no mission failed, so I'm pretty good. Okay, so this part here, we'd be walking around as Milla in the Milla playthrough, and all the conversations we're about to have with all the party members are slightly different. Actually, majorly different. Anyways, but so all these conversations, as far as I know, I'm going to mention it if they are in a different location, but they are all in the same location. So with Milla, you just have to go up and walk. I'm just going to splice in the conversations after Jude's in each of these. So we're going to have Rowan's conversation with Jude, and then right after it, it's going to be Milla's conversation with Rowan, and then we'll continue on to the next character, and the next character, and the next character, okay? Okay, good!
Thinking about Noctigal? Maybe this is none of my business, but how did you get mixed up with him? We first met when Noctigal joined the army as an officer. He wanted to serve, despite his royal birth. He and I were assigned to the same division. We fought in many battles together. We earned promotions and glory. That sort of thing builds a bond between men. We were truly brothers in arms. It was a glorious time for both of us. However, Noctigal's growing influence began to threaten the power of his two elder brothers. The older princes ostracized Noctigal, even as they feared him.
I know what happened next. The sleepless night we all learned about in history class. That brief civil war erupted when the late king passed away before naming a successor. The 6 ruling houses and the lesser nobles split into 2 factions. It was the biggest political upheaval in modern Rashagal history. And it lasted until Noctigal slew his 2 older brothers with the help of the military. He was a war hero after all. For 2 days, the people rallied behind Noctigal and his new regime.
Noctigal may have won the struggle, but he lost something dear to him. He lost his only ally in the royal family, his beloved sister, Princess Carrie. It hit Noctigal hard. He was overcome with grief.
They didn't teach us that part.
He expanded his totalitarian control once he became king, and there was no one left to check his power.
Not even you?
Many pinned their hopes on me to act as a moderating influence on the king. I chose to leave the army instead. It has been a difficult decision to live with.
You shouldn't blame yourself. It's not even really Noctigal's fault. His brothers caused all this.
I agree, which is precisely why I failed to recognize when Noctigal began to stray from the just path. We turned our eyes away from our duty, he and I both, despite knowing that doing so would cause many of our people to suffer. In contrast, the King of Azul has never wavered from doing what must be done.
You may be right. Despite both being kings, Noctigal and Gaius definitely left different impressions on me.
The people no doubt see King Gaius as a superb ruler.
He kind of reminded me of Milla, to be honest.
An astute observation. They do share two things in common. The will to do what must be done, and the conviction to do it for the sake of others.
It sounds like they go hand in hand.
Yes, I believe all truly strong people possess those two virtues. But Noctigal's convictions became warped, and I lacked the will to stop him.
And I'm not saying you will. But if you decide not to fight Noctigal, I wouldn't blame you.
Thank you. Would you mind leaving me with my thoughts? I will make my decision before it is time for us to leave. Come to pick my brain?
You still can't bring yourself to fight against Noctigal.
I know he must be stopped. I know I must help stop him. I know these things as facts. And yet...
Are you concerned about what would happen afterward?
Yes. Things will get complicated. Do you have any idea what a coup could mean for Rashagal?
Best case scenario, mass confusion and chaos. In the worst case scenario, the nation itself will dissolve.
If we reach that tipping point, I'm not so sure I could stem the tide.
Somehow, I doubt you've spent all these years letting your talents go dull.
Sometimes, experience is a hindrance rather than a help. I see all possible outcomes with such painful clarity that I'm unable to act.
Only you can decide what to do about that.
I see you have a lot of faith in me.
And why not? I'm quite fond of you.
To think the Lord of Spirits would say such words to me. I am not worthy.
Is that sarcasm?
No. It's just that at times you treat us the way a master might coddle a beloved pet.
I do?
Yes. So please, just think of this as the foolish pride of a lowly human.
You certainly are an adorable human.
Anyway, returning to the topic at hand. Might I ask you to look after the others once this battle is over? They are all so young. I know Miss Elise and Miss Leia have bright futures awaiting them. Alvin concerns me, however. He is far less mature than he believes. Jude, on the other hand, he is so taken by you that he is desperately trying to become an adult as quickly as possible. Please, watch over them all.
Are you planning on dying along with Noctigal?
Certainly not. But I need to be prepared for such an outcome.
Very well. You have my word.
Okie dokie. two little different discussions, I guess. Oh, wait. We're not going out here yet. We're not going out there yet. We're going up here first. We're going to go walk into here, and we're going to get another discussion. Yoink. Oh, okay. There.
What's wrong?
Tipo won't call me Ellie like he used to.
Well, hey, Elise. You seem glum.
Well, how about finding other people who can get close enough to call you Ellie?
You mean get closer to you and Milla?
Yeah, Tipo should too.
Really?
Hey, it's not like I have lots of friends or anything, but I have enough to know they're pretty priceless. And the best part of friendship is sharing new experiences together.
Jude sure is a smarty pants.
Well, I am an honor student. I just think it'd be nice if we all got to know each other better. Don't you think so?
Yes!
You seem in better spirits.
Our buddy Jude cheered us up.
Of course he did. It's what he does.
Milla?
Tipo, is Elise trying to tell me something?
Yep, but I think she'll say it on her own.
Oh, very well then. I'll wait.
Let's do our best. Let's do our best to destroy the lands of Kresnik. Huh? What are you doing?
I'm not sure. You're just so cute. I feel an irrational need to pinch your cheeks.
Please stop.
Sweet. Conversations. Okay. Next up, we're going to go back out here. You already caught a glimpse of Leia out there, if you're perceptive. So, Leia's conversation.
Don't creep up on a girl like that.
You okay? You look down in the dumps. You shouldn't push yourself so much. You weren't the healthiest kid, you know?
Do you have to keep reminding me? It's been ages since I've been sick.
I know, but I still can't help but worry.
I still appreciate it. But I'm worried too.
About what?
That do-gooder nature of yours. In case you've forgotten, it's what got us into this mess.
Maybe you shouldn't have come in the first place.
I'm here for my own reasons, thank you.
Like what?
Those Spyrexes are trouble. I want to destroy them.
Because Milla said so?
That's part of it. But I've actually seen one before.
Seriously?
It was a really long time ago. I know how terrifying those things are. Why are you trying to destroy the Spyrexes in the lands of Kresnik? Because Milla said so?
No, that's not why. If you need a reason...
You don't have one?
I do. I just rather keep it to myself.
All right. You know, destroying the lands of Kresnik is the last thing on our to-do list.
Huh?
What are your plans afterward? Will you head back to Fenmont and finish becoming a doctor? Or will you come home to Larond?
I haven't had a chance to decide yet. One thing at a time. We just need to finish what we've started.
Yeah. You're right. Let's finish this job together.
You got it. I wonder what Milla's going to do when this is all over.
Why so forlorn?
Forlorn? You mean sad? No, I'm fine.
If you say so.
What's Fenmont like? I've never been out of Lorand before, so I'm kinda curious, you know?
A lot of people live there, but no one really seems to know one another. I actually prefer places like your hometown, where everyone is... what's the phrase? Right, neighborly?
Huh. I guess that's just how cities are.
Perhaps. Actually, something's been bothering me. May I ask you a question?
Sure, ask away.
Do you have some experience with Spyrex technology?
Why do you ask?
I saw the surprised look on your face when you first heard the word Spyrex. It was a different expression than what I'm used to seeing.
You're perceptive. You see, I was a really sickly kid. I spent a lot of time getting treated for my illness. It all started when I was hurt in an accident. And that accident was caused by a Spyrex.
Was it Exodus's doing?
I don't really remember. Maybe the accident caused a bit of amnesia, or maybe I was just too little. Still, someone said that a Spyrex explosion caused the accident. That much I remember, at least.
I see. Are you all better now?
Oh yeah, fit as a fiddle. But it was a long road to get here. I almost gave up on my treatment a few times. I felt hopeless, like I'd never get better no matter what the doctors tried. I started to believe there was nothing anyone could do for me anymore. But every time I felt hopeless, Jude would try to cheer me up.
So that's why you're here.
Right. Now it's my turn to help Jude out.
I'd hate it if Jude got hurt. I'd hate it if Jude couldn't become a doctor. It appears that Jude is your primary motivation.
Hey! Don't read those aloud! Put that away! And don't you dare tell Jude about any of this. It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing? Why? I think Jude would be happy to hear this. You humans are so confusing sometimes.
Whatever. Just promise you won't tell him.
Very well. I promise.
Funny thing, though. At a certain point, I realized that my reasons were all for myself. I wonder why I really came along. I mean, I'm just extra baggage for you guys. Even Elise carries her weight around here.
You're doing your best, aren't you? You have nothing to be ashamed of. Whether you succeed or not isn't the important thing. It's whether you try.
Now you sound like Jude trying to cheer me up. But you have to admit, success sure beats failure.
I suppose I can't deny that. But I do think what matters most is having the will and the heart to do what must be done.
You think so?
Absolutely. That's what I believe, at least.
Huh. For some reason, when you say it, I can't help but feel it's true. Well, nothing to do but my best, right?